Welcome all. This is our lecture 21, and in this lecture we will cover two topics, not one single topic. We will cover two topics. That is, one first one is neutral evaluation, and the second one is negotiation. We will cover both these topic in one single lecture. So let's start our today's session. The neutral evaluation is before going to any proceedings or before going to choose any other process, if one party decides that there should be a process that can evaluate all the circumstances, all the evidences, and what will be the particular decision by the court. Okay, it means we can understand this like to know the outcomes, before going to court. So if the going to the court is beneficial, then they will go for it. If this will this will not be favor in the particular party, then they will not go for the court proceedings. For this, a neutral evaluation process will help the parties to evaluate all the witness, all the evidence, all the circumstances in advance. So let's start. A neutral person with subject matter expertise hears abbreviated arguments, reviews the strengths and weaknesses of each side's cases, and offers an evaluation of likely court outcomes in an effort to promote settlement. It means before going to the court, this will provide the parties the outcomes same like court. Okay, and if they decide to go to court, they can go, or they can settle their issues. The neutral evaluator or the neutral evaluation process, the third person or the party that will hear or decides the outcomes, that is called neutral evaluator. The neutral evaluator may also provide case planning guidance and settlement assistance with the parties' consent. Okay, if the parties want, they can, or the third party evaluator can provide the settlement issues and guidance to them. At its core, neutral evaluation is exactly what it says it is: a process in which a third party neutral examines the evidences and listens to the disputes. It means the parties which are come for a dispute positions, and then gives the parties his or her evaluation of the case. But it can be much more than about that too. Okay, it can be an extraordinary flexibility, beneficial process, and in the hands of a skilled neutral evaluator, it can go way beyond someone simply hearing the facts of a case, then paging a number or outcome to it. As we have discussed earlier, this is saying the same thing. Okay, then this is the process of neutral evaluation to predict, or we can say that it will predict the outcomes earlier before going to court. Now the second topic is negotiation. As we all know about it, what is this? Negotiation to reach a point for that both the disputant parties will agree. okay, or try to find a better solutions on which both the parties agree. Negotiation is a process of combining divergent positions into a joint agreement under a decision role of unanimity. It is aimed to resolve points of difference to gain advantage for an individual or collective, or to craft outcomes to satisfy various interests. It is often conducted by putting forward a position and making concessions to achieve an agreement. The degree to which the negotiating parties trust each other to implement the negotiated solutions is a major factor in determining whether negotiations are successful or not. A negotiation is a strategic discussion that resolves an issue in a way that both parties, and in a negotiation there should be any other parties also, not between the two parties, this could be between the many parties also, find acceptable. In a negotiation, each party tries to persuade the other to agree with his or her point of view. By negotiating, all involved parties try to avoid arguing but agree to reach some form of compromise. Okay, this is called negotiation process. Negotiation involves some give and take process, which means one party will always come out on the top of the negotiation. The other, though, must concede, even if that concession is nominal. Parties involved in negotiation can vary. They can include talks between buyers and sellers, an employer and employee relationship, prospective employees, or between the governments of two or more countries. This negotiation process will involve in these cases or between these parties. So this is all done for today. Prepare your notes and study them.